really just an inconvenience for me compared to some other people in the state and the country. This rain is really getting ridiculous. The intensity of it, the continuousness of it, heading out to get Batman's stitches removed. The deluge just opened up again just before we left the house. I've never seen this much water just on our streets. And I know that there's a creek down behind us, and it wasn't raining at the time, and it just sounded like a torrential waterfall going. Apart from water going across our roads and flowing down through our blocks because we are up in the mountains, we're pretty lucky, whereas there's loads and loads of people in low-lying areas or areas around rivers where the flooding has just been incredible, and whole towns are going under, and it's been going for weeks. It's easing off a bit now. I'm hoping that it's going to ease off just so we don't get wet when we get to the bed, because I had to carry Batman to the truck out of the house because it was just bucketing down. He would have got soaked. Yeah, we're just about there, mate. Now, I know my shed's not the tidiest of places, but I just came in and found my blackboard lying on the ground. It's got all wet and puffed to pieces, and the bottom edges have already developed like a mildew on them. You can see the floor is just soaked from all this rain. But I wondered why this had been knocked down. And I just noticed, oh, can you see it? These plastic containers here. This has been knocked down. That was up the top. And the amount of water I've got in here, I don't know. This is wet here, which suggests water dripping in from the roof. I can imagine water flying in through the sides. But as for this stuff all falling down, I can only think that that snake has been back in here, or a rodent. I'll tighten this up a little bit. Just when I need to do some more cuts with this. Doesn't want to turn off. Wednesday the 9th of March. Been on a little radio silent. I think I talked about the changes to the rules for masking and all that sort of stuff across the state. At school, the mask mandate's gone, but there's no issue if people want to wear them. So I'm still wearing one. A small percentage of staff that are still wearing them. More students still wearing them than I thought there might be. There doesn't seem to be an issue around school. It's flowing along. The only issues we've got is this the heavy rain that's been hitting the east coast of Australia. And it's been flooding all sorts of areas, right up and down, right up into Queensland. People are losing their houses. The Penrith region of schools closed their schools yesterday because of the floods. our boss has said, like, if it starts to get raining heavy, keep your ears open, and if you find out that the way that you need to get home is going to be cut off, then we'll make arrangements and you leave. Yesterday, an absolute bomb of water hit the northern beaches. I just saw it on the news this morning. There was a whole stack of cars just floating away in the school car park of this girls' school. It flooded into the ground floor of the school. 4 inches of rain in 3 hours in one area, 5 inches over 6 hours in another area. And the Pean River down here, it's just been rising, and it looked like it was getting close to the houses at Emu Plains and Leonay. There's potholes everywhere. The roads are just being decimated. The rain is keeping some students away from school. It's just been a very strange start to the year. Had a pretty full day, year 9 in the morning, doing prep, starting their bookend project. Year 12 I had for a split double, and we're trying to get through the next cluster started and also getting through cluster C, which we've done. The measuring of the room, and then we're going to work out estimates for plastering, paint, skirting board, all that sort of stuff as an exercise. And then year 11 just now, we're cutting the pieces for doing some practice joinery before we actually get into any assessment. Pretty full on day. Lost track of time. Time to go. First sunny day in ages. Good catch. New little visitor. Hanging out in the back room of the laundry. I'm going to have a look through all of this. Boy, I really wish I had a workshop. Set of dog stairs designed to fit in. It's a load of tadpoles. Really trying to make sure that they have a good chance this time. Keeping the ponds filled up.